Amid a troubling nationwide surge in drug overdose deaths, a Los Angeles County pilot program handing medicine that helped prevent such deaths directly to inmates is showing some early signs of success. In May and June, the LA County Sheriff's Department began placing doses of naloxone inside the living areas of their jails. The small nozzles, branded as Narcan and resembling over-the-counter nasal sprays, were attached to the walls of dormitories so that anyone inside who sees another inmate appearing to overdose can rip the doses off the wall and administer the medicine themselves. Dr. Sean Henderson of the county's Correctional Health Services said he knows the doses so far have been used 4 or 5 times in overdose cases. But more doses than that have disappeared, he said. At the same time, he said the rate of calls for overdoses has fallen slightly. Henderson said he hopes that means inmates are using the drugs and preventing overdose deaths, and just not telling anyone about it. He said there's no downside, the doses can simply be replaced whenever they are discovered gone. Narcan can't be used to get high, and the only side effect is a sick feeling similar to drug withdrawal symptoms. We knew going in, the truth was that we weren't going to be able to know exactly when they were using it, Henderson said. We knew the inmates were going to be keeping it secret, that didn't matter to me as long as they didn't die. The drug works by preventing the worst effects of overdoses. And the Narcan bottles are simple to use. Sheriff's deputies and other law enforcement officers around the region have been deployed with them for years. The move to put Narcan directly in the hands of inmates came after officials were left frustrated by a spike in overdose deaths in the first months of 2021. Overdose deaths among L County inmates reflected a similar rise in deaths around the country from drug overdoses, 93,000 in 2020, according to figures released this week by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. That's the most Americans dead from overdoses in a single year since record-keeping began. Many of those deaths have been from fentanyl, a synthetic opioid that's significantly more powerful than heroin. Drugs have long been a problem in L County jails, but fentanyl has proven the deadliest by far. Assistant Sheriff Brendan Corbett, who runs the sheriff's jail operations, said fentanyl continues to get inside primarily through inmate mail. Drug makers lace synthetic marijuana with fentanyl, then liquify the concoction and spray it onto a letter before allowing it to dry. That makes it especially hard to detect. Traditionally, I might be looking for a powder, Corbett said. Now I'm looking for a piece of paper. Sheriffs and health officials have been trying to combat fentanyl overdose deaths for years.